real easy way of kind of with this. So just find me if you like my poetry, have a chat, buy a book. Tonight I'll be reading poetry from the book itself, but I'm also compiling a second manuscript of poetry. So I will be reading you both new poetry and poetry from the suicide. Thanks a lot. Toy soldiers. I lined them all up. Then I heard the telegram, bundled them all back in their box and sat for a while in silence. A few months passed, and I didn't take them out again to play with. Heard in the village that there would be a service, so I put on my Sunday best and took the wooden box with me. Private, gunner, and lance corporal rattling around to the sound of drums. I waited until the adults were stood around a small girl reading a poem. I took my moment to claw at the fresh earth some yards away, let my nails carve out a modest home, and interred my boys forever. Thank you. Graves. I have stood among graves and felt such peace. Like someone is watching me, such tender release, to feel their bones crack deep down underneath, and to know that I am them, and that one day my lease will fully expire, and I'll be the beast who favors the ground to any earthly retreats. So one day I'll hide deep down in the throes, and you can wait for me there where every man goes. It does get lighter. Sometimes. Brickwork. I'd settle for the one up, two down, the kind of brickwork that makes the neighbours frown, to know that inside lived her sight, smells, her kindred passion, heaven, hells, the shoe she threw, lit a match or two, the carpet she lay on, the wall she knew, the fireplace, her home, her rules, my fiery heart and working tools, the film she loved, watched back to back, then later on, the beaten track, the dog we lost, the wasted tears, a child's football, forgotten years, the smell of liquor, the smell of lust, the abandoned car park I learnt to trust, the high heels she left long behind, and that brickwork. The frowning kind. One day when I am much older and when I can support myself financially, I will hop on a plane and fly to New York. No one will know where I have gone because I won't have told them. And when I am there, I'll rent out an apartment several stories high so that I can see all of New York. Still, no one will know where I've gone because I won't have told them. And I'll work in an office and read emails and drink coffee and dress smartly and read Vogue. People will no longer care where I've gone because I never told them. And one day, when I go for my choco-mocha latte, I will bump into you and you will come back to mine and we will live together. And you will know where I have gone because I have told you. Thanks. Boadicea. Her daughters write the history, ravished as they were. A blot of ink and then no more, a testament to her. Rise up, my fellow men, she bellowed in the heat. With scarce a chance to catch our breath, we stumbled to our feet. We beat down doors along the way and killed the Roman scum. Set fire to the ivory and thought the battle won. Imperialism overthrown, we settled down to tea. Neither Anglo nor a blood from lands across the sea. But this was just the start of it, and little did we know. The Romans at the heart of it thought smarter than their foe. They crept inside within the night and took us as we slept. Swifter than a swallow's flight, in victory adept. Boadicea we lost in arms, she took herself away. Some say she drowned in misery, others say one day Boadicea might come again, her daughters held aloft. A stone in place of that which beats and keeps a woman soft. Because women are really soft. I am so soft. Thanks. Dear friend. Dear friend, I write to you from this lonely shore, though yours is a face I don't see anymore. I untied my hands by melting the wax, burning the candle until I knew all the facts. My soul is alive and no longer impeached. I no longer feel guilty for all that you teached. I hope that you dance near our basket of wicker, troubled as you are. Watch my flame go a flicker. Let me once more take your hand in the night and guide you to safety. Purge the moonlight. You know not to trust the steel in my gaze. I live only for me. My basket is ablaze. Throw it out. My precious wicker basket, find the hole that still lives in this empty casket. Burn, 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 bright and intense. Think of me still when you light your incense. Thank you. Thank you very much. Plate of peas. Meeting for dinner, I look in your eyes which betray you. I'm wise to woman's mind. I hypothesize that you are hoping for a man twice my size. The disappointment ebbs. You reach for your drink, a rosé. I mumble that I think I'll have the risotto. You barely blink and order the salmon which arrives pink. There's sadness in mine and a tinge of regret. You've a plate full of peas that you've not finished yet. This is quite deep and we've barely met. I swallow hard and take a sip to forget. You reach for your jacket, follow the trend. I try not to answer, my thoughts I suspend. I reach for the door, offer it open. I've learnt to be patient and lovingly broken. Thanks. That one's pretty true, actually. Not all of them are, but moving on. Thank you. Rosé. She gave me a smile on that midsummer evening, the kind that reminds you that you are still breathing. Your heart does a somersault, reaches the ceiling, dances and flips and keeps you believing. She bumped me with hips many a time, intoxicated with lust and sweet rosé wine. She fluttered those lashes and came back to mine and met me in bed where we met the Sublime. She moved to a city. I've no idea where. I'd love to know, but then I also don't care because hers was a body which she liked to share and all of my jealousy got me nowhere. If you're reading this, and you're feeling quite lonely, reminiscing a time when you were her only, remember that taste is far from the truth, and we gain in our age what we lacked in our youth. Thank you. Pebble. Skipping across water to some unknown home, the pebble dances as nature begins, breathing in time with my whispers alone, the trembling leaves give way to the winds. A short mile away, an office worker clicks on a mouse, bringing a computer to life. A waitress speeds to a table to fix the layout, the napkin was missing a knife. A hospital bed welcomes in a new child, the woman who bore him crying in relief. Next door, an old man, once youthful and wild, says his goodbyes and enters the peace. The moors have seen life in dutiful motion, their tender waters licking anew. The pebble drops to the depths of the ocean and dances again with the bottomless blue. The suicide. You fasten the harness. It's bigger than you. But that isn't hard when you're 5'2". Ever the righteous prim renegade, the floor has been hoovered, the bed has been made. The photo of your family is now oddly soothing, even if it's queer that mum's eyes are moving, and you really wish that you had touched up the paint, given more time. Hasty slapdash you ain't. There are scratch marks on the wall. You don't know where from. No girl has been here since time has begun. However, maybe these lines tell a story. 24-year-old woman clings to former glory and desperately scratches her name in the wall, recording her errors, documenting her fall. Yeah. That shit will make the news. Along with your conflicting hard right-wing views. You think you'll miss nobody, least of all the cat. You've still got a mark on the floor where he shat, and all of your family you secretly despise, especially Mum and her weird roving eyes. You could have been something. You could have made dollar. Riding in a Bentley and now shouting, holla, your ex-girlfriend appears, slaps you in the face. Yeah, that's good. We're gaining some pace. As if you do all of this and not wash the sheets lining up all your copies of Shelley and Keats and countless other books that you never read. You've got to look interesting when they come find you dead. You're happiest in the bath, reading Heat or Kerrang, or sipping a coffee, not giving a damn for all the lost time, the wasted potential. You turn to the noose, whisper, sweetheart, be gentle. Thanks. Thank you for actually finding the humour in that poem, which was written with a sense of dark humour. The amount of times I will perform that and people will sit there, oh gosh, it's too serious, I can't laugh. It is serious, but I work in travel insurance, I work in emergency medical assistance where people are having a crisis abroad. On the phone, you have to be very, very serious. Can you imagine what our office is like once we get off those phones? You have to find a way to deal with the difficult things in life. I feel them acutely. I feel them very, very strongly, but the only way to deal with those things is to laugh and to find some kind of humour in the situation. So please do laugh at that poem, and thank you for doing the right thing. That's absolutely what I wanted you to do. Thank you. Thank you. And so this is my last poem of this evening. I wrote this one literally 50 hours ago, almost to the minute. I took a couple of days away and I wrote this while I was in Weston-super-Mare. So, yeah, it was nice. Get some fresh air, yeah, it was cool. So, what more do you want from me? So this poem is called... I've got nothing to add, I really don't. This poem's called Backless, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. If I had the chance, I would be twirling you around again, all high heels and backless dress with me in the tux. You would want for nothing, and I would be the giver, spending my time and love on you as you learnt how to care for me. No backtracking or second thoughts, and lions on the weekend, cocktails and cheese for all of us, eyes glazed over at the ceiling, blood on your hands and on mine, bite marks fresh in our neck, stiletto prints left in abandoned buildings, no smoke in the air. Thank you. I think you've been one of the best audiences I've ever performed to so far, so thank you ever so much for your kindness. Yeah, I will be selling copies of the book tonight for £4. Come and find me. Again, I won't be in any particular place. It was really awkward the last time I tried to do this, so please try and find me, and I will save a copy. Thank you ever so much for your time this evening.